What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to our mock off-season draft. The selection bell wasn't going to play, but we got the bell hooked up for you. What's going on? Welcome into our mock off-season draft. We've been running a mock off-season, and this is our draft for said mock off-season. We're going to talk about some draft prospects. This is a great way to preview the draft if you're not in our mock off-season. If you are in our mock off-season, you might be making picks. We're going to be running through the first round of our mock off-season draft, and that's what the stream is going to be. So welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. This is just basically going to be a process where you can treat it like a mock draft, but I don't know. Basically, let me just start from the top. If you've been living under a rock and been paying no attention, we took 30 members of the community, including me and Eric, and we each run a team. Eric runs the Detroit Pistons. He got the first pick. He also traded up into the third pick, so he's going to have some fun at the top of this draft. I got lucky and got the Portland Trail Blazers. I have traded for the 42nd and 47th picks, but we're not going to be doing the second round today. We're going to be taking players, so that's the plan. So if you're not in our mock off season draft, you can kick it with us, chill with us, and relax with us if you want, and talk about some of these moves. There might be some trades as well during this mock off season draft, and we'll make sure to break them on here as well. Jackson's going to be tweeting out the picks on the Mock Woj account. I'll tweet out the first one, Jackson, and then just kind of follow the format of that first tweet. For those of you participating, we'll give you about 5 minutes to make each pick. We're not going to be super stingy with that, so if it's a little bit longer, it's okay. But definitely, if you know who you want, try and make it a little bit faster in 5 minutes so we can move this along. Eric, what's going on? Is there anything I missed?
No, just if you do need a few minutes, if you're trying to work on a trade or whatever, please just let us know first instead of just vanishing when it's your pick and not knowing where you're at or whatever. And try to check in when it becomes your time to pick. Just at least check it in the chat and just say, hey, I'm here. Give me just a minute. Oh, and then also, do you want to let them know how to make their selections?
Yes. Yes. Message me your selection on Discord. That simple. All right. You'll know when you're up. I might message you on Discord if you ask me to message you around the time when you're up. But just message me on Discord, and then I'll announce it on stream. Don't announce it in chat. Don't announce it in the general discussion tab of the Discord. All right? Message it to me, and then I will announce the pick. I got the draft bell and everything. It automatically played right at the start of this stream for whatever reason. But yeah, so that's how the process is going to go. Any questions? I'll give you guys a couple minutes. A minute or so to ask any questions for the mock off season members, and then if we have no questions or after we answer them, we'll put Eric on the clock. Eric said he might do something crazy with these first couple of picks too, so I'm kind of curious to see what his plan is. I feel like he's just Ben is going to DM me his draft pick. Yeah, Ben's going to DM me on Twitter or something like that and tell me to, guess or something. Eric said he might do something crazy. I feel like he might be bluffing and just trying to get us excited, and then he's just going to take chalk. I don't know. But fingers crossed he does something unpredictable.
We'll see.
We will see. How will draft day trades work? Okay. If you have a draft trade, send it to Eric. And Derek will put it through. All right. So if you're planning on trading picks and you have a trade that's confirmed and the picks aren't there yet, feel free to send them to Eric as soon as you want, as soon as possible. Don't have a trade agreed to and sit on it. Definitely just send it to Eric, and I'll be able to edit the graphic and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, selections to me, trades to Eric. That's how that's going to work.
Yep. I'll try to verify them quick. However, I already had this come up. Not trying to call anyone out, but if you have a big complicated trade that needs cap space and it's going to take a long time to figure out if it works or not, now is not the time to try and work that out. So it's probably not going to be approved for the draft right now. But yeah, as long as it's just like a normal trade, should be able to work it out.
Yep. Do we have any other questions, Eric?
Um, well, Gabe's saying he just agreed to a trade for Mikal, so if that's the case or if you're just joking, just let me know.
Send it to Eric. I'd be surprised if he does that. I would be shocked if he does that. We'll also be tweeting out the picks from the Mock Woj account, which we've tweeted out most moves from that account and rumors from that account. There's rumors going into draft night that we've tweeted out on that account. The handle is at WojMock, WOJMOCK on Twitter if you want to follow our Alien Wojnarowski account. If you want to get some alien bombs. I think we've covered everything. I wanna see if this Mikal trade is real.
I have not gotten anything so far.
Yeah. So if is that a Troll Valley podcast account?
It might be.
Gabe, let us know if that's the real, because Gabe was in here on his normal account, and normally I think he's the one that comes in the Valley Pod. I don't know. Just we have this problem where on their streams people will fake my account, and I think their account has been faked before. So Gabe, message me if that's not you. Or if that is you.
I'm messaging him on Discord. So answer your Discord message, Gabe.
Because I don't know why Gabe would be trolling saying he traded Mikal. Anyway, Eric, I think it's time to put you on the clock. Feel free to message me your pick. Hopefully you know right away. Yeah, it is Gabe. Okay, I don't know why Gabe switched to Valley Pod from his account. But Eric, you're on the clock. Message me your pick. I assume you know who you were taking already.
Yep. So there was a trade with Mikal Bridges, but it does not involve any draft picks.
Okay, we can wait on that then.
Yeah. Gabe makes his first move, and it is not good.
I'm surprised he traded Mikal. It is not good. All right.
No way, yes, we have had to veto a few trades.
Yes. Feel free to forward that trade to me, Eric, as well as your first overall pick.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Eric's pick. I also got that trade, and I'm questioning Gabe's sanity right now. All right. So
shout out to Apples for the $3 Australian dono. It says Warwick Rant is the GOAT GM, followed by Worry Wones.
Yeah, Eric's done a pretty good job so far. So anyway, here we go. With the first overall pick in the 2021 NBA mock off-season draft, the Detroit Pistons take Evan Mobley from USC. So this was a bit of a surprising pick from Eric. I figured he might go Cunningham, but I didn't know. This isn't really a surprise. This isn't, the shocking thing he teased us with. I assumed it was going to be Cunningham or Mobley, but he ends up going with Mobley. And you want to talk about why you chose Mobley here, Eric?
Yes. Okay. So just to be fair to all the prospects here, it was razor thin between three people, obviously, and I just, while watching film, I feel like Mobley has incredible defensive upside. I feel like he is a better perimeter defender than most guards in this draft. I like the way he moves his hips and keeps the guys in front of him. So I think he can play the 4 next to Wiseman. And I just love his shot blocking ability. And then to get a big man with those kind of passing skills as well, can grab a rebound and dribble the floor at 7 feet tall. There was just too much of an upside for me to pass up.
Yeah, I have Mobley number 1 on my big board, so I like the pick. Yeah, and I mean, you're going to be able to probably get a perimeter player at 3. We'll wait and see. Jackson is now on the clock, so Jackson, feel free to send me in your pick. I do know this was who Jackson wanted it to, so we'll have to wait and see what Jackson does here. I feel like you just put a wrench in his plans, Eric.
I mean, yeah. I'm sure there was a little bit of gamesmanship, and he can be happy with Cade now. But
Yep. Pistons fans are rioting. They seem to want Cade, so they might be pretty mad with this pick. Be interesting to see who they take number 1, because I don't think it's a clear-cut Cade Cunningham thing.
And just for the record, Jackson and I talked, and when I got the 3rd pick, I can also get, a ball handling guard or whatever, or a wing. So I couldn't have my choice between those two at 3 if I take someone else other than Mobley. So that came a little bit into play as well.
Yep. I just realized the draft ticker wasn't there, so there y'all go. Shout Connor, $10 dono. He says, can you show all the vetoed trades? That's like, I don't know. It's a lot to run the draft already, so I don't know how we're going to go through and show all the vetoed trades. We did have to veto a Kyrie to Minnesota trade. That was probably the worst one. It was Kyrie to Minnesota for Malik Beasley, Juan Hernangomez, and like 2nd-round picks or something like that. Yeah, that one was not.
We also had that trade we talked about between Boston, Miami, and Washington last night. Originally had 3 unprotected first and 3 unprotected pick swaps going to Washington as well. So that was really bad. So we had to kind of temper it a little bit.
Yep. Anyway, here we go. With the 2nd overall pick in the 2021 NBA mock-off season draft, the Memphis Grizzlies take Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State. Jackson goes with Cade. Going to be interesting to see how he fits with Ja. I mean, hypothetically. Interesting fit with Ja. What do you think about getting Cade at number 2? What do you think about his fit with Ja there in Memphis?
Well, Cade can shoot, so I don't think that's a problem. He can play both on ball or off ball, so I actually kind of like it. I know Jackson had some concerns initially. I don't know if that was, once again, gamesmanship or not, but I do think Cade will be fine on that team.
Yep. So Jackson ended up trading up for this pick. Jackson has had a great mock off season, and he basically traded Kyle Anderson in the 17th pick for the 9th pick and 22nd pick in a 4-team trade with OKC, Sacramento, and the Lakers. And I thought he basically won that trade by a landslide. That was a phenomenal move. And then he trades the 9th pick, Desmond Bane, and DeAnthony Melton for the 2nd pick. Daniel House and I believe it was DJ Augustine or somebody like that. Somebody that doesn't really matter. I mean, he traded from 9 to 2 by including some role players. They're young, but they're role players. They're not guys with true star potential or anything. And he trades up to number 2 and gets Cade Cunningham. Absolute win for him moving up to there. GK was Houston trading down from 2 to 9 to get Desmond Bane and DeAnthony Melton. He basically gave up on Cade to get Melton and Bane. That was an L. And GK had been having a good mock off season for Houston until that move. That was definitely not the move to make for GK. All right, Eric, feel free to message me your pick whenever, or if you have a trade with it. I don't know. You said something crazy is about to happen.
Yeah, who I'm going to pick here is going to surprise some people.
Alrighty.
Sent to you.
Okay, so, What is this? Why? Why can't you send this in before I made the graphic?
Because it was contingent on something else happening.
Okay.
And, yeah. And I also wanted
that
it
makes
to
sense.
be a fun surprise in the stream.
Yeah, so Detroit has traded down from number 3 to number 4. Charlotte has traded up from number 4 to number 3. This is a 3-team deal in which the Pelicans are getting Terry Rozier. The Hornets are getting Steven Adams and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Pistons get the 4th pick, the 34th pick, and a 2022 first-round pick. Who's that first-round pick from?
It's from New Orleans via the one he got from Atlanta in the Brandon Ingram.
So you just traded down from 3 to 4
and picked up
and added a first-round pick and an early second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. Eric fleeces again. Yeah, I don't even know how to even, like, analyze this trade, but I got a new graphic to cook up, obviously.
Well, I mean, it depends on your position. If you thought there was a clear-cut top 3, I can see paying that. And Zach actually only gave up 4 and Rozier to move up to 3. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to give up the pick, so the pick came from New Orleans via getting Rozier. So, yeah.
Got you. Alrighty. I gotta do some work here. All right. Feel free to message me your pick whenever. Zach.
Ben Darling, I knew you were gonna hit that. Yeah.
He's not a fan of it, huh?
Ben Darling's evidently, in addition to being a Scotty Barnes hater, is also an Evan Mobley hater as well.
Is he? Interesting. Very, very strange.
Ben likes very average prospects.
I was not ready. Yeah, I was not ready. I was not ready to edit a draft graphic here. No, it's fine. Yeah, so you had Charlotte basically trade Gordon Hayward to move from 11 to 5. That's who Ben traded for as the Magic. They moved up to 5, and then they moved up to 4 in the 4-team trade, and then they just moved up to 3, so they just basically slowly worked their way up the draft board here.
Yep.
Just make your pick, Zach. Just make your pick. Just send it to me. I'll just announce it. You guys know this is going to Charlotte. So this is Charlotte's pick. NBA doesn't change the graphics anyway. It's not like the NFL. I think they need to change that for real. But here you go. With the 3rd pick in the 2021 NBA mock-off season draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Jalen Green from the G League Ignite. So he moves up from 4 to 3, gets Jalen Green. What do you think about Jalen Green fitting in Charlotte with LaMelo Ball?
I think it's an absolute home run pick by Zach. I can understand why he wanted to move up to get him. I think with Ball, obviously he's going to be handling the playmaking duties. Green isn't as much of a ball handler as the option that would have been there at 4. So I feel like him off ball with LaMelo is a much better fit.
Yeah, actually, I don't think that's a fleecing for you because I love Jalen Green.
Yeah.
You get back a 1st, you get back the 4th pick. You are now on the clock, Eric. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, that's an interesting trade there. You weren't lying when you said you were going to pull something off, and there it was. Yeah, I mean, I love Jalen Green. I think he could be the best player from this draft. I'm kind of getting...
Absolutely.
He's not like Jason Tatum, but I'm getting the same like sort of feelings about Jalen Green as I did about Jason Tatum when he was coming out in the draft back, what was that, 2017 draft? When did he get drafted? Was that 2016?
Tatum was 17, yeah.
Yeah, that was 2017, which was a phenomenal draft, by the way. So, yeah.
Trevin, more on that to come in a minute.
What's Trevin asking?
Nothing. Just something with the Hornets.
Oh boy. Alrighty.
Zach is making moves. Let me just say that.
Yeah, Zach's done a solid job, and he did a bad. He struggled last year. What was the trade he did last year? You want to tell everybody what the trade
he traded
last year was?
Julius Randle in the second pick for like Fultz and Aaron Gordon or something like that, and the 15th pick or something. Yeah, so yeah,
it was not a good move whatsoever for Zach. Anyway, here you go. Eric is now on the clock with the 4th pick that he just traded down for. By the way, everybody involved in that trade messaged me a confirmation of it. Zach already drafted, so I already know Zach's down with it. But the Pelicans...
Ash isn't here. I can send you a screenshot of him agreeing if you want.
Yeah, just message me the screenshot. Also message me your pick here at number 4, Eric.
Already did.
Alrighty. I gotta update the bottom ticker too. Alright. So, with the 4th pick in the 2021 mock-off season NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons take Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga. Not Gonzaga, it's Gonzaga. That's my guy, Jalen Suggs. Eric, you get him at number 4. You pair him with Evan Mobley. Give me your thoughts.
So, my thoughts were... When I traded up to 3, I liked Green a lot, but Suggs I also like a lot, and I kind of put out feelers to see if I could possibly pick up some assets and still get one of them without having to make a decision on it, if that makes sense. So I was fine with either one and pick up an extra first and a low second rounder in this draft. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And honestly, Suggs, I feel like he fits a little better with Killian Hayes because then Hayes doesn't have to necessarily handle all the playmaking duties. So Suggs and him can trade off doing that. And I trust Suggs a little more in that role than Green. So I was comfortable with either one, but picking up the extra first kind of clinched it for me.
Yeah, I like Suggs' fit there with Killian Hayes. I think that is definitely a good move from you. Suggs is kind of like the consensus 4th guy in this draft at this point. He's like, I don't know. I'm a huge Suggs fan because I'm a Gonzaga fan, but I wouldn't put him in the same tier as Mobley, Green, and Cunningham, but I wouldn't put him in a tier with any of the people below him. He's kind of in his own tier there at 4. So, yeah, pretty solid pick in my opinion. This is a pretty obvious one to go with Jalen Suggs. So, Embarking Box is on the clock. I'm not sure if he's here.
He is not here. He said he sent you his.
He did. So I will get that in a second.
I sent you the confirmation, by the way.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so let's see who Embarking Box is going with for the Raptors. All right. With the 5th pick in the 2021 mock offseason NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Davion Mitchell from Baylor.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure. I'm reading his message. So he goes Davion Mitchell. I'm forgetting how to say it. From Baylor. Little bit of a reach there, in my opinion. I like him, but he measured in a little short at the draft combine. He's only 6 feet tall, but he's a phenomenal defensive player. Honestly, reminds me a bit of Donovan Mitchell, not just because his name is Davion Mitchell, and not just because he wears 45. It's kind of crazy that, they're not brothers or anything, because Davion Mitchell kind of moves like Donovan Mitchell, wears the same number.
Sorry, hold up. I don't know what to do here because he told me he wanted Kuminga.
Oh, yeah, he did tell me Kuminga. He told me later on he didn't edit it. Yeah, so... Because he sent me a list and then he tried to edit it. So didn't make it easy on me. Okay, there you go. 5th pick, Toronto Raptors.
Rewind.
Take Jonathan Kuminga, all right? If you send me a list and you want to make a change to it, please just edit the list. Easy. And then it's easy for me. Instead of seeing a list where it's like, I want Davion Mitchell if the top 4 guys are all taken. And that's what he told me. So that's what I was going off. So anyway, Jonathan Kuminga, much better pick. Give me your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I really like getting Kuminga. He was originally at 4, could have gotten Suggs. Traded back with Zach. Zach slowly moved up the draft board. With trading Fred VanVleet and OG and Siakam, they're obviously in a rebuild mode as far as embarking boxes version of the Raptors goes. So they can afford to take a chance on someone who's probably going to take a while to develop, but has just as high of an upside as any player in this draft.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of the clear-cut 5th guy. I think the top 5 is pretty clear-cut. I think at 6, this next pick, which is OKC, is kind of where the draft really, truly starts. Mm-hmm. There could be a shakeup in the top 5, but this was definitely the consensus top 5. Kuminga's a lot better pick than Davion Mitchell would be. I'm high on Davion Mitchell, but I think Kuminga is kind of the clear-cut pick here.
Yeah.
So anyway, now Alvaro is on the clock. Alvaro, is he here, Eric? Do you know?
I don't believe so.
He didn't message me or anything. So I asked everybody if you weren't going to be able to make your pick to message me. So hopefully Alvaro is here. I will message him. 7:42. He has till 7:47. At that point, what do we do, Eric? We haven't really thought that through. We find him.
I don't know.
He has to donate $1,000.
You messaged him on Discord?
I messaged him on Discord. By the way, set this date like a month ago so that people could try and plan around it. And I also said you can message me if you're not going to be there and just give me a list of prospects. Alvaro didn't do either. So.
Yeah. I actually messaged him earlier in the day and he never responded either, so...
Do you want to randomly select a prospect, Eric?
I don't know if we should randomly do it. Maybe we should select a certain big board that would go to the next highest player on the board if they're not available.
I was going to say weight it towards the next available player on the big board, but... and RNG it. Thanks, Alvaro.
Oh, view only.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I was just stuck in view only mode because it's on my work email.
Arshad, what are you saying? Oh wait, no, my thing wasn't updated. My chat. I saw him say Kuminga's dead or something. Like what? Make him select Ethan Thompson, says Kyle Wilson. Is Ethan Thompson in this year's draft? I had about 100 prospects or so, and he wasn't on it. I didn't see him on any big boards or anything.
Yeah, he is because he was a senior. I don't think he's...
Well, at 7:47, at 7:47.
I got it. I was correcting that.
I just clicked right on the tab and saw it and immediately did it. Do you want to like weight it towards the top, but like at the 10 big board prospects, like RNG it? Do you see the draft prospects list?
I haven't really looked at it too much, but
yeah, I'm tempted to do that. Yeah, that's how I'll RNG it. I'm gonna random number generate it right now to see if who he's taking if he's not here. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to just say it out loud right now. You're muted. Tempted.
Probably good.
Anybody want a team? Actually, yeah, we should RNG between him. Honestly, maybe him. All right, yeah, that's better. And that's who I'm gonna roll between for him. I mean, what do you want to do, Eric?
That's terrible. I don't see. I don't know. I feel like you're giving guys that are going to go in the teens.
I'm randomly rolling. So who should he take? Just let me know.
I don't know.
Who wants to draft for him? Let's have somebody draft for him. Who's not in the But it has to be a realistic prospect. All right, Kyle. Do you have Twitter? Message me on Twitter, Kyle. If you have Twitter, who you think OKC should take here?
Where's Zane when you need him?
I know. All right, let me switch over to my account. Dizzy D is up next, by the way. I guess I'll message him and let him know. Or do you want to message him, Eric?
He's in chat.
Okay, cool. Dub. Thank goodness. And then after that is Ben, and Ben is here. So we shouldn't have this problem again. Does Kyle not have Twitter?
He said he didn't have Twitter, but he could put it in chat. Or, yeah, are you in the Discord, Kyle?
Message me on Discord. If not, we'll just go to somebody else.
Yeah, Ben, we know you hate Scotty Barnes and want him to be selected so you don't have to pick him.
I know, bro.
Get your picks.
It was just that's what makes it messy. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I had people submit boards if they couldn't make it. I told people that so many days in advance. Alvaro knew that. Honestly, in the NBA, if you did this, you'd get like fined and your pick forfeited. And yeah, so message me, Kyle, on Discord.
Ben, you don't like Barnes. You have him at like 22 on your big board.
Yeah, Ben out here dropping big
lie.
boards and stuff. People saying a yai. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, Kyle's gonna message me on Discord.
This is OKC too. Like their whole plan revolves around the draft. And
doesn't he have the 16th pick as well?
Hey, Caleb, what's that supposed to mean?
What'd Caleb say?
He said, "Just give Alvaro's pick to the Pistons." Oh, I thought he said it first. Give the Pistons to Alvaro as punishment. And I was like, what? But he's saying to give. No, I don't need the 6th pick as well. There's a lot of other teams that desperately need talent.
That's who I got messaged as the pick.
Yeah, Arshad should get it if anything. He lost his pick.
Kyle's reaching, Eric. I just messaged you who he picked.
Oh man, Albie's gonna hate this.
It's his fault. Honestly, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's his fault. All right. With the 6th pick in the 2021 mock offseason NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Franz Wagner from the University of Michigan. Well, that's definitely a major reach there. But, I mean, you had to bring in somebody off the street to make the pick since the OKC GM was gone. So, there you go. That's Alvaro's fault. I'm glad you know what? Honestly, I'm glad Kyle Wilson picked a little bit of a reach.
This is what happened with Leo last year. He's in here right now, so shout out to him for actually paying attention this year. But yeah, remember we got to his pick and you had heard a rumor that he liked Cole Anthony at one point or something with the trade talk and just
yeah. For pick 16, we'll have to figure out who's drafting for Alvaro too if he's not here. But I feel like that's a pretty fair punishment. So, anyway, yeah, you got Franz. What do you think of Franz Wagner at number 6, Eric?
Oh, man, that's a super reach. I would not. I think he's a borderline lottery pick. He stuck him at 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what Alvaro gets.
In my mind, there's a clear-cut top 6. And
yeah, same for me.
Yeah.
Same for me. Next up is Dizzy D. So hopefully pick 16 is the only other pick where we have to take somebody off the street to make a selection. Kyle Wilson says he legit just went off a local big board. So shout out to whoever's big board that is.
Hopefully Alvaro's aside.
Yeah, hopefully that's Alvaro's big board. Jackson tweeted out the assistant GM for the OKC Thunder have selected Franz Wagner.
This is like Kyle Wilson's like that Vulgaris guy in Dallas.
He just
swoops in and makes a pick, and everyone's like, "What the heck? We didn't want." Who was that last year? I forgot who they took from the wing from Arizona or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, no one else in their scouting department wanted him, but he just overrode everyone and took him.
Yep. So Dizzy D.
Josh Green. Thank you, Jared.
Ben, can you message me your picks? Your rankings? Cool. All right. Yeah, that'll be good enough. So Ben Darlin has to go. He has the 8th and 11th picks. He said family emergency, but he did message me his picks, so we know who he wants. So anyway, here we go with the 7th overall pick. With the 7th pick in the 2021 mock offseason draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Scotty Barnes from Florida State. What do you think about that pick, Eric?
I think somehow Dizzy D falls into maybe salvaging what he can of a trade, because I'm really high on Scotty Barnes, and getting him at 7, despite all the criticism he got for trading down. Now, obviously, I don't like Barnes with Westbrook and Colin Sexton. That's like the weirdest non-shooting. Everyone can handle the ball, though, I guess, and dribble out the clock. Take turns who can dribble more, I guess. But but just in terms of, trading back and getting the 7th pick, I think Barnes is about as good of a pick that he could have hoped for at this situation.
Yep. Still not a good trade trading out of number 3, because I love Jalen Green. But Scotty Barnes, yeah, I mean, being able to get him at this point is definitely a win for him. So next up is Ben. He did send me. I already know who Ben's gonna take. Yeah, I already know who Ben's gonna take, and I'm sure a lot of people that follow Ben's Twitter knows who Ben is going to take at number 8. Do you know who Ben's gonna take at number 8, Eric?
Yes, but I know who Ben will not be taking with any of his picks.
I don't know who that is, but
it's not.
Anyway.
It's not a who. It's a.
It's not a who. It's an it.
College player versus this other category that he will not touch.
I don't know what that means, but anyway. With the 8th overall pick of the 2021 mock-off season draft, the Orlando Magic select Alperen Sengun from Turkey, I think. So Ben loves this guy.
I was wrong. Yeah.
You were wrong. No, Ben loves this guy, Eric. I think he said Sengun is 5th on his big board.
Okay. Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is, in the past, Ben has been like, I don't scout international prospects. Like, he only likes college players, so that's why it surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, but Ben said, quote, he thinks Sengun can be Nikola Jokic, maybe a little bit better. So
better than the unanimous, but no, he wasn't unanimous, was he? Better than the MVP.
Yeah, I don't get it. But Ben loves him.
I do like this pick by the Magic. I think he's pretty comparable to Vucevic. So yeah, you get your Vucevic replacement with the pick that you got from that trade. You also picked up, Wendell Carter that trade, which I think Ben still has him, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't mind at this point in the draft. I don't mind a team like that taking a risk.
Yep. So now on the clock is GK at number 9. He traded down from.
Ben said Domantas Sabonis, not Jokic.
I'm pretty sure he said Jokic, but he tried to move off that and say better. He said he could be like Jokic and a better Domantas Sabonis, if I recall correctly.
Oh crap! I forgot. I forgot to put. I was so
now Ben's gonna say don't put words in my mouth, man. I'm just repeating what you told me. Taylor says he likes I added the draft bell. Yeah, I had to add the draft bell, man. Had to make it official, and I kind of ripped off ESPN's old draft graphics. So, see, Ben says that's it. Okay, the next, close to the next Jokic, and better than Sabonis. All right, there you go.
He's from Turkey, right?
I believe so. Right, Ben? Ben should know. Is Sengun from Turkey? Am I saying his name right? I don't think Sengun's a power forward. Sengun's 6'10"? Yeah. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". But his skills at power forward don't separate him as much. He needs to be a center. He's too slow to guard fours. So in my opinion, he's a center. He's smaller than Jokic. He's just Jared says I was in VC when he said Jokic and better. Maybe he meant Sabonis and misspoke and said Jokic. Because I remember that too. But no, Sengun's a nice guy, a nice player, an intriguing player. There's always kind of that European prospect that is just super intriguing, and he's kind of that guy this year.
What are these numbers you're putting on the side?
That was for randomly generating it.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to
weighted high.
Take players off the list as they get drafted and move them to the side, or what do you want me to do?
I can just
highlight them.
Do that in. Well, you can just grab them and move them down like that. So these guys have all been taken. I put a section at the bottom for selected players. If you scroll down, you'll see it. We don't even have to write in the picks or whatnot, but
okay.
Yeah, that's the plan.
How do you do that so easily?
And just highlight it and then click on the border of the highlighting and drag it down.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it is done. Alrighty, GK, I'm still waiting on your pick. Make sure to message me your pick. GK has messaged me his pick. I think. Hopefully his message doesn't say, I don't know who to draft. Alrighty. He said he was doing a little last-second research. He traded down to 9 a while ago, but had no idea who he wanted to take.
Okay.
His selection is in. With the 9th pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the Houston Rockets take Kai Jones from Texas University. University of Texas. Either or. Kai Jones is his pick at number 9. Eric, what do you think about it?
Honestly, I like Kai Jones, but this is pretty high in my opinion.
I don't think it's high. I think you're kind of getting to the point in the draft where you have a lot of prospects that are similarly ranked. I did not mean to do that. A lot of prospects that are similarly ranked, and I like Kai Jones. He's kind of a lottery ticket. He's so athletic and mobile for his size. Mm-hmm. And he has like some raw skill. If he can grow into a shooter. Like, here's the thing. If he can shoot the ball at some point, I think he'll be a really good NBA player. Because he has the quickness, and he's comfortable enough off the dribble to attack closeouts and get downhill. And I don't know. He's a guy who's like a boomer bust prospect, in my opinion. He's kind of a hard guy to figure out. So I think it's a fine pick. Houston's in rebuild mode. Taking a gamble on a guy like that, I don't know. It's not too much of a reach. It's not as bad as Franz Wagner, let's just say that.
Yeah, that's true.
So now we have Parsa up. Did he say he was going to miss it, Eric? Do you know?
Yeah, I believe he said he messaged you his big
Yes.
Work. Okay.
Yes. So, let's see here. All right, that's going to be his pick.
Oh, it's because of Texas.
What's because of Texas?
Kai Jones.
Oh, yeah, GK loves his Texas guys, man. GK's from Texas, so of course he went with Kai Jones. I mean, you got a Baylor guy that's pretty highly rated here, too, and Baylor's in Texas as well, so could have went him, but he's a little bit older. Anyway, New Orleans pick is in.
Yeah, real quick before you did this, sorry to cut you off. Let's not, if you're in the mock-off season, let's not talk about prospects like, I can't believe this guy hasn't been drafted, because you don't want to give information to your fellow GMs who may not have done enough research. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's not the way to go. Anyway, with the 10th overall pick in the 2021 mock offseason draft, the New Orleans Pelicans take Davion Mitchell from the University of Baylor. Is that the guy they were saying? Because I didn't see the message.
All I heard was that he messaged you his picks. I did not know the guy he wanted.
No, I just meant
Oh,
the comment you were talking
no,
about.
no. Arshad was just saying, like, I can't believe these guys are still on the board. We ran into that problem last year with the little.
I mean, there's a lot of really good players in this draft, so I don't think anything is too shocking.
I
Mitchell was the guy I was most surprised about being left on the board at this point.
I have a very bad memory of that happening and someone taking my pick last year because someone mentioned him in chat and the guy who was drafting did no research and just saw the name in chat and
yeah. I mean, I liked Evian Mitchell when he was ranked between like 21 and 30, kind of in the middle of the season. I was saying he's a lotto pick in my opinion, and now all of a sudden he's a consensus top 10 pick. Jay Bellis has him as his 5th ranked prospect. Apparently, that's what I noticed during the draft lottery. I mean, he's a phenomenal defender. He's 6 feet tall, but he plays bigger than he is, so maybe he can play the 2 and guard both guard positions. I think he has the skill to be able to develop into a point guard, though, and I think he has potential to be a 20-point per game scorer. Is it likely? I don't know, but he's a great defender with a lot of offensive upside, in my opinion. Shifty with the ball, really good ball handler, sharp with his moves. Kind of the way he dribbles, the way he plays one-on-one kind of reminds me a little bit of Dame and a little bit of Donovan Mitchell. He's not somebody that's going to hang the ball out and be super like loose and like CJ McCollum and like, you know, shifty. Not necessarily that sort of shifty. He's really sharp with a lot of his moves. And he's quick, and that'll translate to the NBA level. I have him higher than 10th on my big board at this point, just because I think he's a safe pick with a high floor as a defensive player that can knock down some shots and do stuff off the dribble. But I think he has some upside as well to potentially. I wouldn't be shocked to see him become a fringe all-star at some point.
Yeah, interesting. By the Pelicans, they take Kyra Lewis last year. They have a situation with a certain restricted free agent point guard, so that will remain to be seen if they re-sign him or not. And then also, they just made that trade earlier in the draft for Terry Rozier. So to take another guard, getting kind of guard heavy, they did trade Nickeil Alexander-Walker in that deal. So, yeah, I think he provides some toughness that team needed. They kind of need someone who just gets after people, and I think Mitchell does that on both ends.
Yep, I agree. So now Ben is up. I don't know if Ben is here. I'll give him a little bit of time to say if he is here. If not, I'm pretty sure I already know who his next pick is. Mm-hmm. I'll give him the chance to submit it, though, if he's here. Alrighty. So Ben, this pick, he had the 5th and 8th picks. He traded the 5th pick for Gordon Hayward, the 11th pick. That's how Charlotte moved up to 5. Charlotte ends up getting all the way up to 3, so that definitely pays off in my opinion. Interesting to see what Ben's big plan is that he's said he's had all along. He said he's had some big plan, and that's why he traded for Gordon Hayward. Still haven't really seen it yet. He hasn't really made any other moves. So
we got
Taurean Prince. Yeah, Taurean Prince was his other move that he made. So we'll see. But I'll give him a couple minutes. Next up is going to be Thomas Saransky. I don't know 100% if he's here.
Yeah, he is.
He is. Okay, cool. Oh, wow.
Did Ben
so Ben says he edited his board. So he edited his board. Okay. He edited who this pick would be according to his board.
He overthought it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Ben is here. So I'll make his pick. Yeah, I'll just make his pick because he gave me his board, and he is not here. So, with the 11th pick in the 2021 NBA offseason mock offseason draft, the Orlando Magic select. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, what's his first name? Why am I blanking on this right now?
CJ.
Okay. Yeah. So with the with the 11th pick of the 2021 mock off-season draft, the Orlando Magic select James Bouknight from the University of Connecticut. What are your thoughts on that pick, Eric?
Problem with Levin's right around the range he should probably go. Trying to think what all he has. Right? I mean, how tall is he?
I think he's like 6'4".
Because they have a lot of guards. So
yeah, he is 6'4".
Yeah.
I don't know how long his wingspan is, but he's basically a 2. He's not a little too undersized to play the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of a scorer, not enough of a facilitator. No, he's too undersized to play small forward. He's too much of a scorer, not enough of a facilitator and ball handler to be a point guard. He is strictly a shooting guard. So, I mean, I like the pick value-wise. Ben has you have a lot of teams where it's like I'm trying to think about what they have, and they just have kind of a mismatch of pieces. I can't even talk right now tonight. But Ben has a lot of weird pieces on that team. So I don't know how Bouknight necessarily fits in, but that is who he's taking. Next up is the Spurs with Thomas Saransky. And his pick is already in. You ready to go with pick number 12?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let me just move Bouknight on down. And with the 12th pick in the 2021 NBA mock off-season draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Josh Giddey from Australia. So this is a guy who's a 6'8" point guard, essentially. He some people call him the next Ben Simmons because he's Australian. He's a big point guard. He's not the athlete that Ben Simmons is, but he's a skilled player. Maybe the best court vision in the draft, some people have said. A phenomenal passer. Questionable outside shot, questionable athleticism. He's an intriguing prospect. He and Sengun are both very intriguing prospects, in my opinion. For San Antonio, this is a very San Antonio-esque pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go with a guy like a Josh Giddey. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Kyle Anderson. I don't know if that's a good comparison. He's not the defensive player that Kyle Anderson is, but of course the Spurs took Kyle Anderson out of UCLA a few years ago in the draft, and Kyle Anderson was kind of a bigger, less athletic playmaker, and Kyle Anderson, in part because he's improved his three-point shot and become a really good defender, has become a really good NBA role player at this point. I think Josh Giddey has more offensive upside than a Kyle Anderson, though. Intriguing pick.
Yeah, I really like this pick. Giddey is actually, if not the second youngest, I believe, prospect in this draft. Mm-hmm. And over the last year, he's just grown so much as a player, and he does a lot of things playmaking wise that you just don't see with an 18-year-old very often. So good pick here at 12, I think, just to take a chance on him developing even further.
Yep, I agree. Next up is Jackson. Oh, I need to do it on this one. With the 13th overall pick.
Who's he going to add to his Jawcade, Jaren Jackson?
Jawcade,
Miles Turner.
JJ, Miles. He has Miles Turner now. He traded Valanciunas for 2 future firsts. He has Brunson from Dallas, Kleber from Dallas. Jackson's been killing it, so we'll see who he takes here. Even if he submits it right away, I am going to wait a little bit to announce it. Sorry if there's some silence, guys. Normally we're constantly talking and whatnot, but obviously we're running this thing, so. Who do we got a veto, GK? Anyway, Eric, anything on your mind right now?
No, sorry. I'm just in discussions with teams. It's hard to.
Okay, yeah.
We're both in the mock and trying to run the stream. So.
I don't even have the time to even talk to teams at this point. But every team was shooting down my offers. Unfortunately,
I'm talking to teams about trying to make something work. So it's not about me.
Yeah. That's why things might slow down a little bit here. I figured there might be some draft day trades, so I didn't make the graphics all the way through pick 30. I'm sure at 16 we'll give Alvaro another 5 minutes to potentially show up, but he probably won't, so then we'll have to decide who's drafting for him. Sorry if you hear a lot clicking and whatnot. All right, let's see who Jackson is taking at number 13. He gave me a last name, and he misspelled it, so I'm going to give him a chance to tell me who he's actually going to take, because that guy isn't even a prospect. I'm also kind of trolling Jackson here, but... All right, I'll just say it. There you go. No, you still Jackson. You still spelled his last name wrong.
Voided pick. There's just not a 13th pick this year.
I know, man. You're about to take a guy. Jackson's like on the phone calling his prospect and is missaying his name.
Ugh.
The prospect's like, please don't take me. You don't even know my name, apparently.
Such a bad look.
Yeah, so... Anyway. With the 13th pick in the 2021 mock off-season draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Moses Moody from the University of Arkansas. Apparently I had it misspelled on the prospects list, but I rushed through and was spamming the names in there, so that's why. Moses Moody, 13th to Memphis.
Yeah, solid pick here, I think. Good prospect, good scorer. Yeah, I don't mind this pick at all. Just get some more guard depth for Jackson there.
Yeah, some people say Moses Moody should be a top 10 pick. I'm not one of those people. I think mid-first is kind of the right range for him. He is an intriguing long-term fit at the 2, next to Ja Morant. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if the future there is to play Ja Morant at the 1, Moses Moody at the 2, Cade Cunningham is at the 3. I think Moses Moody is a great fit next to those two guys because he's a 3 and D guy with a little bit of upside, but can fill in that role pretty nicely.
Yep, I agree.
Alrighty. Next up is Dizzy D. He has the 7th, 14th, and 21st overall picks. Apparently, he's a football fan because those are football numbers right there. We'll see who he takes at 14.
when Alvaro sees who he got, he's gonna think we're trolling him.
I mean, it's his fault, man. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, no. We can say Kyle Wilson. We brought Kyle Wilson out from the fan gallery at the draft to make the pick for him. That's what they should do. if a team doesn't make their pick in time, they should take one of those teams' fans from the stands. Just find a fan wearing that team's gear and have them make the pick.
Yeah.
I think that's a phenomenal idea, actually. Who should we let pick for Alvaro next? Because I still don't think he's going to be here. Or Alvaro's 2 picks from now. We'll have to figure it out. Anyway, let's see if Dizzy D has submitted a pick. He has. Here we go. With the 14th overall pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Corey Kispert from the University of Gonzaga. So he goes with the shooter, he goes with my guy, he goes with the Gonzaga guy. I like Kispert. I probably wouldn't touch him with a lottery pick. You know, I'm not biased for any of my guys, my Gonzaga guys. I try not to be. He's a good 3-point shooter, 6'6". He's a 2 or a 3. He's not athletic. He should be an okay defender. He reminds me a lot of Joe Harris, and I think that's kind of who he's most likely to be. I do have questions as to whether or not he can be as good of a shooter as Joe Harris is. He shoots a flat shot, but obviously he was a great shooter in college, so should end up being a pretty good shooter. But outside of that, he doesn't really have something that you can look at and be like, yeah, he's going to be good at that in the NBA at this point.
Yeah. I don't think it's bad picking him here. It's just, once again, I don't really like the direction of the Cavs picking, because he's more like a plug and play on a good team, in my opinion. Fit in as a shooter, like you said. A Joe Harris on the Nets makes sense. I guess that team with Scotty Barnes and Westbrook and Colin Sexton needs a shooter, I guess. But yeah, that's just a mess, in my opinion. I would have just gone for the biggest upside, which he did in his first pick with Barnes. I wouldn't have gone for a safe pick there. I feel like there's several players that have much higher upside right now, and I would take a chance on them. So yeah, don't really like the pick for Cleveland, even though the range is probably fine.
Yep. So next up is going to be Washington. This is Sotvic's pick. Hopefully I think I've misspelled Sotvic's name a bunch in this mock off season, so hopefully I spelled it right on the graphic.
I think it has the T before the H.
I don't know. That's what I thought, and then it seemed like the H was before the T, so I don't know. I'll just spell his name a bunch of different ways for fun, I guess. But he already has his pick in. I'm going to wait a moment to select it. We're like running multiple spreadsheets and stuff here, so Eric's helping me out with a lot of it.
It's spelled Saathvi.
Saath. Oh, the H is before the V. Okay, we got close, Sotvic. Apologies. But anyway, I'm going to announce his pick because next up we'll have to give Alvaro 5 minutes, essentially. So, here we go. With the 15th pick in the 2021 NBA mock-off season draft, the Washington Wizards select Jared Butler from the University of Baylor. What are your thoughts on Jared Butler going 15 to Washington here, Eric?
I mean, I guess they traded away all their guards. With the direction they're going, loading up on picks and stuff, I probably would have gone once again for someone with a little younger and higher ceiling. But, I mean, Butler's not a bad player.
Yep, I agree. I think Jared Butler might have a higher ceiling than than people realize. He has a knack for scoring the ball, and he's a good defensive player. Maybe not the best facilitator, but he's a smart player, and he's a good leader, and he can shoot the ball, and he can do some things off the dribble. So I feel like people kind of look at his age and maybe think he doesn't have a ton of upside. I feel like that might not be fair. I don't know. Maybe it is. But he's an intriguing player. You got a lot of players like that in this draft who are older but still present more upside than you would think given their age.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So next up is Alvaro. Eric?
I think Brady Johnson was the first one to say he wanted to make the pick.
Brady Johnson?
In chat.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember. I have no idea.
No,
I wasn't really paying attention to chat.
I was paying attention. He was the first one to say, I'll do it when you asked last time.
All right, Brady, we'll give you a little bit of time. Ben, send your trades to Eric to confirm. Not me. I'm doing a lot here. We got a trade between Magic and the... You can post that earlier trade with Charlotte as well, Eric, if you want to. Got a trade between Orlando and Golden State. It's all good, Ben.
Brady, are you on Discord or Twitter?
Yeah. Brady's probably doing his research. He's gonna draft Malcolm Casalon, Eric. That's who he's gonna draft.
Wait,
I'm kidding, by the way.
Do the financials of that trade work? Oh man. Gotta do math.
Yep,
I'm gonna be out of service for a minute.
Yeah, we'll take a little break. We're halfway through the draft. A little bit of a halftime break. Connor says this is where he regrets trading 13. Yeah, that's why it wasn't the move, giving up that pick while you were also giving up Miles Turner.
Is Hutchison in here? Clutchison?
He just messaged me a little bit ago.
Did he agree to that trade?
He said he had a trade he agreed on.
Okay.
And Ben sent me the trade, so. But that was like 12 minutes ago. I don't know. Does it not work financially?
I don't know yet. I'm still doing something else.
Already.
Washington.
So Charlotte traded the 19th. Did Charlotte trade the 19th pick in that trade to move up from 4 to 3, Eric?
No.
Okay.
It may be involved in another trade.
Yay. Is that going to go down the next couple minutes?
Possibly.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Man.
You're trying to trade for another first round pick, huh?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Or is that what you're helping people with?
I'm not doing anything for myself right now, so.
Yeah, at least we would know it works. So Brady says he's going to message me on Twitter. All right, Brady, go ahead and message me. What's up?
These guys don't know how to run a trade through a calculator first, so it doesn't work.
Is that the Orlando and Golden State one?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Eric was doing math. Anyway. So Brady's gonna message me on Twitter since Alvaro isn't here. All right. Brady kind of salvaged Alvaro's draft here. Here we go. With the 16th overall pick in the 2021 mock-off season NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Jalen Johnson from Duke University. This is really good value here at 16 for Jalen Johnson. A lot of mock drafts have him going top 10, around kind of the 9th to 10th area. With the 6th and 16th picks, Franz Wagner was a reach at 16. I think Jalen Johnson is a little bit of a... Or Franz Wagner was a reach at 6. Jalen Johnson is a little bit of a steal at 16. So a good pick from Brady, taking Jalen Johnson here for Alvaro. Didn't punish him like I wanted you to be honest. All right, next up is Reese. Notice how Charlotte has the question mark in the next up section. But you got Reese here at 17 with the Sacramento Kings.
Is Reese making this pick? Is he here?
Oh, is he not?
Well, he said he wasn't going to be here and gave me his big board, but
oh, as long as he gave you the big board, that's
he
fine.
said he's here, and I think he's drafting someone who's way down on his big board. So maybe
Well,
I should just rush in his pick real quick.
Nah, let him pick.
No, let's just pick whoever's highest.
I mean, I don't even have the next graphic ready, so if he's here, just let him pick.
No, this would be great. Let me pick who's highest on his list.
Message me. Message me what it is then, I guess. I'm very curious.
Oh, he also said, please don't select a guard for me.
Wait, so the highest guy on his board, he doesn't... What?
I don't know, man. He's got 4 or 5 players ahead of this guy that he said a few minutes ago praying so-and-so falls to him. And that person fell. But like I said, he's got 5 players higher on his list, so I don't know what to do.
Confusing.
Zach, can you text him?
Yeah, text him.
Or Snapchat? Apparently, Jackson wants to have like 85 players on his roster.
Jackson wants 85 players?
He's trying to trade for more first-round picks. So.
Yeah, of course he is. Can't blame him. So Reese is up right now. Next up is going to be Embarking Box at 18. He's not able to be here, so we do have... so that should go by pretty fast. And then 19th is Charlotte, question mark? I'm not sure. That pick might be traded, so we will sort that out. Zach says he snapped them. Do you know who his pick's going to be if he doesn't select Eric?
I mean, I guess I'm going to take the person who says Praying Falls. That's 5th on his list right now.
Whoa. Is that trade confirmed, Eric?
Yep.
Okay, well, should I announce it?
Let's do it when the 19th pick comes.
Yeah, I just have to make the graphic for
Yeah.
that, I guess. Yeah, I'll make the graphic.
Give you some time.
Yeah.
Jackson said he just opened his snap to him.
Right.
Convenient that you can tell. Unless he left you on read.
I mean, if he left him on read, then we just...
Yeah.
I'm very surprised by that trade, Eric.
I know. I can't believe someone gave up on someone so... But that's a huge dub for the team getting him.
Yeah. Yeah, we got another person to slot into maybe the top 5 GMs so far. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's bad for either of the team.
It's not terrible,
for the other team. Just surprising considering what he was saying he was able to get for him. We're being super cryptic right now. Did he? So he Reese? Did Reese leave whoever on red? Is that what happened there?
I don't know. It might be.
Yeah, just let us know in chat. Whoever it was it Jackson? Yeah, it was Jackson. Jackson, did he not respond or what? Can you message me who Reese would be taking if he's not responded?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do, though.
Did Reese make it confusing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why you just... God, make it easier on us, guys. Jeez.
I mean, it's so hard because, like I said, this person... He said I hope someone falls, but I look at his big board and he's 5 down. Okay. I got it.
What's up? You got it? So apparently Reese told Jackson, I don't know if I have service, and Jackson got it. I wish he would just, say the name.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it gets through, then obviously we can take it for him. Like, why didn't he just say who he wanted instead of that? Yeah, I don't know. Reese's, Reese's... Okay. Alright, that's what I'm taking right now, Eric. I'm not spending any more time on this pick, alright?
We're good. Reese responded, so we're good.
Alright, cool. With the 17th pick in the 2021 mock offseason NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Usman Garuba from Spain. Thoughts?
Absolutely love this pick. Garuba I'm very high on him, especially with the amount of growth he showed offensively this last year, starting to develop an outside shot. He can handle the ball, he can pass. Defensively, I really like him as kind of maybe a little a little chunkier Bam is how I describe him. I think he's going to be really good, and this is a good pick at 17 in my opinion.
A chunkier Bam, interesting.
He's not really chunky. He's just built a little bigger than.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with it. I mean, he's going to be a good defensive player. He's one of those guys that's like raw offensively, but you'll see flashes of stuff that makes you think like, oh, he could be really good. So
very raw still.
Yeah. So if he can kind of tap into that, he's still very young, so he has a lot of time to kind of build upon what he has at this point. So anyway. There's Reese with pick number 17. Number 18 is going to be Toronto, which is embarking box. He's not here, so I will go check his big board and see who he wants taken.
By the way, if anyone has any completed trades from today that have not been posted yet, please message me. Every other trade other than the one we'll announce after this pick has been either verified and posted, I believe, or has been not a legit trade and has to be reworked. So and I will get ready to post this other trade when you announce it.
Alrighty. So, here we go. With the 18th pick in the 2021 mock off-season NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Jaden Springer from Tennessee. A little intriguing that he goes before Keon Johnson. Embarking Box didn't list them 1 through 30. He just gave me ranked 5 players to take at 18, and Jaden Springer was number 1. So I don't know, if this was necessarily the guy you would have taken if he was here, but he takes Jaden Springer. I don't really know a whole lot about Jaden Springer. He's very young. He's a smooth offensive player, but not necessarily the best athlete. Do you know much about Jaden Springer? Because honestly, I don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, I mean, both. Once you just mentioned it, I'm surprised he went ahead of Johnson, or that Johnson still. Well, stop saying what I was going to say, but I mean, he's a decent 3-point shooter. He's super young, so that's always a plus for a rebuilding team like that. Just get a young guy and develop him. Hopefully. He's a little above average defensively. But if he's a point guard in the NBA, I don't really like his playmaking abilities. I like him more as a shooter than I do like a creator or anything. But not a bad pick at this point of the draft.
Yep.
If he was here, like you said, I probably wouldn't have taken him over Johnson, but yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked for rankings 1 through 30 from you guys, just so we could know for sure. Because I think, some people that had ideas for guys that be available around their picks, some guys might have dropped, and some guys might get taken earlier. So that's just the easiest way to do it. But Jaden Springer goes number 18. So the 19th overall pick is not going to Charlotte. It is going to Houston. Charlotte has traded the 19th pick, a 2026 first-round pick, as well as OG Anunoby, who they recently acquired via trade. They're trading Anunoby, the 19th pick, and a future first to Houston for Christian Wood. Christian Wood is going to Charlotte. I believe he played in Charlotte before, didn't he?
I thought it was Detroit and Milwaukee. I don't know about Charlotte.
He played in like multiple places.
Yeah.
He was kind of a journeyman before this. Yeah, he played in Charlotte in 2016-2017. He played 13 games for them, averaged 2.7 points per game. Now he goes back to Charlotte as a fringe all-star caliber player. What are your thoughts on this trade, Eric?
I absolutely love this trade for Charlotte. So you get Jalen Green earlier, you get LaMelo Ball. You now have your biggest need was to fill your wing or your center / power forward position, and I think he got about as good of a fit in that system with those two guards as you could have gotten.
Yep. Shout out to Jackson for helping us with the Twitter account. If you could tweet that out, that trade out, that would be cool and greatly appreciated. Now you have GK at number 19. He took Kai Jones 9th overall. Now he has the 19th pick. We shall see what he does. Up next is Atlanta, which is Trevin. GK said he could... GK, let it leak that he was getting offers of 5 first-round picks for Christian Wood. So I'm a little bit surprised. He does get OG Anunoby, young player, but he sounded like he could get back just a ton of value. I know Charlotte and Houston, this entire mock offseason, for at least a couple weeks, have been talking about Christian Wood. It seems like Zach really wanted Christian Wood. You got LaMelo, Jalen Green, Christian Wood. He traded Miles Bridges for OG Anunoby. It's intriguing. I wonder if he traded for OG Anunoby because maybe he felt like that's who Houston might want. Kind of intriguing how that's all worked out.
Yeah, I know Houston was high on OG, and so they get their guy. Probably would have taken my chances with Wood. But this goes back to trading the number 2 pick and not having a superstar like Cade, and you end up with OG Anunoby and Kai Jones and pieces like that. Bane and who was the other? Melton.
Melton.
So
you gotta find stars. You gotta find stars, and he gave up on a star, and Christian Wood doesn't get one back most likely, and then he also traded down from 2 to 9. So. Anyway, we will see who Houston selects. The pick is in. With the 19th pick in the 2021 NBA mock-off season draft, the Houston Rockets select Trey Mann from the University of Florida. Trey Mann at number 19. Eric, what are your thoughts?
A little high for my liking. I thought he was more.
Terrence Mann been looking good in the playoffs, his brother. So.
He seems a lot. I think his measurements turned out to be pretty bad. If I'm not mistaken, his wingspan was 6'4", I think. So that kind of hurts him. Interesting fit with Kevin Porter. Both of them can kind of handle the ball and shoot and score. So. Not horrible, but yeah, that's not a terrible pick. I don't know. I probably would have gone for someone else on the board right now, though.
I think he has a lot of upside. I don't think it's necessarily a reach. He's been a guy who's gotten a lot of love at this point in the draft. He's gotten some people have said that he maybe should go in the lottery. Some people have a early second round grade on him, so he's definitely a prospect with a wide range of opinions on him. So going 19 might seem like a little bit of a reach. I don't know though. He's has a lot of divided opinions on him.
Do you want me to update, if someone trades the picks?
I can update that part.
Okay. Was fast.
Copy paste.
I'm not as skilled as you.
That's why I said I'll do it. Any other picks been traded there, Eric?
I have nothing else in terms of completed trades. So once again, if you do have a completed trade, other than the Blockbuster 3-4 trade and the Christian Wood OG and a New Boy trade, those are the only two trades that have been official on draft day. If you have another trade that has not been posted, please let me know.
Yep. Alrighty, so Trevin is number 20. Waiting on him to respond. Trevin said "uh-oh" in chat a little bit ago. So, I don't know what that means.
Uh-oh, indeed, Trevin. You'd think he would learn his lesson from last year and actually try to pay attention, but...
Got him by surprise. He's up.
This is a team that literally traded away every single young player they had in this, so you kind of need some depth. So there's lots of players that could probably help him right now on the board still.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Good old chat, man. Alrighty, we have the 20th pick. It is in. With the 20th pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Duarte from the University of Oregon. Thoughts, Eric?
This is a guy who I think fits the Hawks pretty well. I don't mind this at all for the Hawks. I think this is a good fit for him. I know some people are pretty high on him. I'm not as high as most, but I think next to Trae Young, this is a pretty good pick.
I agree with that, I guess. I mean, he's a guy that's going to step in and probably be a serviceable player right away. So, yeah, I don't really mind the pick. He needs some depth, so he needed kind of a wing to bring off the bench that is ready to play, and that's what this pick is. So I like the pick for Atlanta. He traded all that depth for Brandon Ingram, so...
Yeah, anyone who's just joining us, Gordon, if your pick comes up, you just message Tori on Discord, and then he announces it like the commish would. If you have any trades, message them to me. Trying to make some work right now, but still waiting on any other trades.
Mm-hmm. Dizzy D is now up, by the way, with the 21st pick. Cleveland took Scotty Barnes at 7 and Corey Kispert at 14. And now he has 21.
And then on for the second round, you still just message Tori, and then he'll just update.
Oh, I was muted when I said that. The second round's going through the Discord. So that's how we'll do it. typing a lot, so that's why I'm trying to mute. Unless you guys like the ASMR.
Do you want me to put the draft selections on the Discord too?
Yeah, that's what I was asking earlier.
I thought you were saying
we can do that after the draft. We can do that after the first round if you want.
All right, I'll just do it while we're sitting here.
Alrighty. Alrighty, we have the 21st overall pick. It's in. So with the 21st overall pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Keon Johnson from the University of Tennessee. This is an absolute steal. Keon Johnson's draft stock is between about 7 and 11 by most accounts. Cleveland gets him here at 21. Cleveland is having a good draft. They get Scotty Barnes at 7, Keon Johnson at 21. I think 14 was a little bit higher for Corey Kispert, but overall, this is a really good draft for Cleveland. This is the biggest steal of the draft so far, being able to get Keon Johnson at 21.
Completely agree. One of the draft boards I saw him had him as high as 7. He has shown a lot at the combine and workouts, stuff like that. And yeah, to get him at 21, I think was a really good pick.
Yep. Now, keep in mind, obviously we're saying this is a good pick now. A year from now, and this is what we've done with last year's draft, you'll be able to kind of look back and see what truly was the good picks. You know, a year from now, 2 years from now, you'll be able to see who really had a good draft. So you might reach for somebody that we might say is a reach, but in the future you might look like a genius. So just remember that.
Also keep in mind that we're still, 4 weeks almost from the draft, 27 days. So a lot can change in terms of, you hear rumors of people killing it in workouts. You hear rumors of people destroying their value in workouts, or a bad interview or something. Yep. And so we don't get the privilege of knowing all the information. We don't even know who's going to stay in the draft at this point. Shout out to anyone who not only nails a pick, but does it way in advance without all the information as well.
Yep. So now Connor is up. Is Connor here?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now he is up with the 22nd overall pick. He traded down from 13 to 22 in a trade where he also traded away Miles Turner. Like I said, Jackson with Memphis has had a really good mock off season. Let me find that trade and just read that trade off. The Pacers trade Miles Turner in the 13th pick for Dillon Brooks, Marvin Bagley, and this 22nd pick and a 2022 first-round pick via Memphis protected 1-2-4. So I think Memphis got pretty good value. It's not like Indiana got fleeced necessarily. I don't know. It would have been a solid trade if they didn't trade out of the 13th pick down to 22. But that was thrown into this deal. Connor already said in the chat a little bit earlier he regrets trading down from 13 to 22. But we will see who he takes here at 22. His pick is in. With the 22nd pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the Indiana Pacers select Isaiah Jackson from the University of Kentucky. Thoughts on this one, Eric?
Hold on just a second. I'm trying to figure out a trade. So it was the Pacers took Isaiah Jackson, is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, get maybe a poor man's Miles Turner.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's a couple prospects in this first round that I still do not know enough about. Isaiah Jackson is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky had a down year this year. A lot of Blue Bloods had a down year this year. So I never really watched them, to be quite honest with you.
I am disappointed, yeah.
What are you disappointed in?
Let me just say that this is kind of on the verge of veto worthy.
Send it to me.
I think you already know it, but they had revised it, and it's even worse.
I know it? What do you mean I know it? I don't know it.
Oh, it's a trade someone sent to you earlier, and you told them to send it to me instead. And, yeah.
And now it's even worse?
Yeah, because the math didn't work on their original trade. And,
oh, no. Send me the new trade. Let's see. There, we gotta get Malcolm's graphic up there. Malcolm has the 23rd and the 24th overall picks in this year's draft. Alrighty, let me update the bottom ticker. Who was the 21st pick again?
Keon Johnson.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland.
Isaiah Jackson. I messaged you the trade, by the way.
Really? I don't think that's veto worthy. That's just.
I know.
Bad.
I know. That's why I meant. That's why I'm disappointed because I don't think we can veto it, but it's awful.
Yeah. All right. So Malcolm's pick is in. With the 23rd overall pick in the 2021 mock offseason draft, the Chicago Bulls select Trey Murphy III from the University of Virginia. Eric, what are your thoughts on this pick?
Not bad. Maybe a slight reach. Yeah, I mean, once again, don't like the age thing, but he needed forwards, and he, I guess it's kind of, he's kind of going for a win now roster. So, I mean, the guy can shoot. He can get to the free throw line. Doesn't turn the ball over much, but also doesn't play make much at all. But I mean, I think that's fine. Defensively, not too high. Yeah.
I think he's a great defender. I think this is a steal, actually. This is the guy that I have fallen in love with in the past few days. 6'9", measured in a 6'9". I think he'll have the potential to guard 4, maybe 5 positions. I think he's a very good defender. And Virginia produces a lot of good defenders. And then he can shoot the 3 ball. He's also extremely athletic. So just as a floor, I think he'll be a good role player as a really good defender and a 3-point shooter and an athlete. If he can build some off the dribble game, he has star potential in my mind. So this was the guy I wanted. When he sent me the pick, I was just because I'm trying to trade up in this draft for Portland, because I had this guy in mind. So shout out to Malcolm. Really good pick in my opinion here at 23 for Trey Murphy. Finally, Malcolm traded for John Wall, by the way. Malcolm has done some extremely questionable stuff for the Bulls. So finally something that I can say, good job, Malcolm. Are you going to put that trade through?
Yep. Well, it involves a pick coming up. So once again, we'll just wait till I announce it officially.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Yep. Malcolm is up again with the 24th overall pick. I hate you, Malcolm. With the 24th pick in the 2021 mock off-season NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Zaire Williams from the University of Stanford.
Why do you hate him? This is a good pick at 24.
This was the other guy I wanted, Eric. Both guys I wanted. Both of the guys I wanted to try and trade up for from 42 and 47. Malcolm just took at 23 and 24. Another phenomenal pick from Malcolm, honestly. Zaire Williams at 24, I think, is a steal. I think he has the highest potential left on the board. So he took a safe pick, and he took the highest potential pick left on the board with Zaire Williams. 6'8", measured him pretty well, has some off the dribble game. Questionable 3-point shot, but Stanford had a weird season. If he can become a good 3-point shooter, he could be a top 10 player from this draft easily. Still extremely young. This is a great pick by Malcolm.
Yes, I completely agree. 24 is great value for him. He has lottery pick potential, and you get him at 24, so I think that's pretty good.
Yep. Thank you, Malcolm, for completely screwing me over, man. Oh, God. That was both guys I wanted, so I guess me and Malcolm are thinking on the same page here, I guess. I mean, my goodness. Anyway, I gotta cook up this graphic for the Clippers. The Clippers are next up on the clock. I figured there might be some moves and whatnot, so that's why I waited to do these graphics. The Clippers are run by Leo. Leo missed last year's draft. He was at Timberwolves with the 8th pick, and he ended up taking Cole Anthony last year. I think we did the first 22 picks last year, and only one of them we had to go off a list. A little bit more this year. But Leo is now up with the 25th overall pick.
I'm so disgusted by this trade.
I don't think it's... I think it's bad. I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. It's still bad, but I wouldn't necessarily enter disgusting territory with that one.
I'll explain my reasoning when we get to it.
Alrighty, Leo, you are up. Message me your pick on Discord. Yeah, right now my winner of this draft is Chicago. Of course, they took the two guys I would have taken at 23 and 24, so that's why I say they're the winner of this draft so far. But let me update things here. This trade is really bothering you, huh?
Yeah, and someone is going to think I'm just hate everything he does, but it's because he makes bad moves.
Oh, I feel bad for him. Oh my goodness. Oh, Eric, this is about to get good for, because of the trade that just happened. And also, with the 25th pick in the 2021 NBA mock-off season draft, the Los Angeles Clippers select Ayo Dosunmu from the University of Illinois.
Oh, that's hilarious because I think that's going to affect what.
Oh,
Good
no.
pick. Good pick, Leah. You got your Pat Beverly replacement for when he's suspended next year.
Suspended all year. Anyway, I'm sure people kind of know who's involved in the trade that's coming up now. I think the hints are obvious now. But Leo goes with Ayo Dosunmu at 25. Good pick, bad pick. What do you think?
I actually like it at this point in the draft. I'm not like super high on Ayo, but I'm a little higher on him than some people. I think he is like around the 20th pick level of talent, and kind of improved several aspects of his game this year. And I don't mind this pick at 25. I think that's a good fit for the Clippers as well.
Yep. All right, let me make this next graphic. I'm a little bit behind on my graphics here. So just bear with me for a second. Next up is Denver. It is going to be Benny.
I have not heard from Benny.
I think he might have sent me a list. He did send me a list. Okay, cool.
Thank you to all those who took the time to do that. It helps out a lot.
Yep. Eric, I'm going to send you the list that he gave me.
To figure it out?
Just...
Yeah, I mean, that's the top person left, so...
Yep. Alrighty, let me get started on the next graphic.
Why do you think some of those guys would be there at 20?
Yeah, it's kind of a random assortment, but I mean, I can see the guy who Benny is about to take here ending up being a good player and worth this pick. I mean, you're kind of at the range right now of the draft where, oh, I haven't even changed the graphic to Benny. I need to do that. You're kind of at the range in the draft where some guys just start, guys are a lot more even, it kind of evens out throughout the draft. So you'll get, a lot more randomization almost with the picks and whatnot. So that trade has already gone through, Eric? Like, basically?
Yeah, we'll announce it right after this.
Yeah. Okay, well. Let me make the graphic for that then. Before I announce Benny's pick. Unless you want to announce Benny's pick, I could play the bell for you. You want to announce a pick?
I'm good. I can't hear the bell, so...
I'll just tell you when to go.
Alright, just let me know.
Alrighty. Let me save this next graphic. Alright, go ahead.
With the 26th pick in the 2021 Blazers Uprise mock off-season draft, the Denver Nuggets select Kessler Edwards, small forward from Pepperdine.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where he's from. That's why I had you say it.
Oh, you could have looked it up.
I guess I could have just checked the sheet. You're right. You're right. So what are your thoughts on Kessler Edwards going here, Eric?
I mean, I don't hate Kessler Edwards. He's fine. I wouldn't have taken him in the first round, though.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit of a reach. Honestly, in past years, whenever there's a reach like around this point in the draft, it's been good. Like,
yeah, that's true. Last year, especially.
Yeah, Emmanuel quickly going back to Pascal Siakam was thought to be a reach with the 27th pick. That ended up phenomenal for him. Larry Nance, 27th pick to LA, was thought to be a reach, and he's well worth that. I mean, you look at Kyle Kuzma even. Kyle Kuzma's trash. Never mind. Anyway.
Kuzma wasn't really a reach.
People thought he was a reach at the time. I thought he had a good draft combine, but he was like, there's a lot of people still saying like, oh, he could go undrafted, if I recall correctly. But anyway, only a couple picks left here. Let me make the next. Actually, yeah. Let me. Eric, announce the trade.
All right, so the Golden State Warriors and Orlando Magic have made a trade in which the Orlando Magic are getting Kevon Looney, Eric Paschall, and this 27th pick. And in return, the Golden State Warriors are adding Wendell Carter Jr. to their front court.
All right, what are your thoughts on this, Eric?
I absolutely hate this for Ben. I felt like Wendell Carter Jr., he started off his career really good. Then people were starting to question him a little bit, had some injury problems his next couple of years, but then gets traded to Orlando and had some monster games for the Magic. It was only 22 games sample size, but he played really well for the Magic, I thought, and was showing some of that promise that he had as a rookie. And so I think this is a steal for the Warriors to get him for that little and to add him to Jeremy Grant and Draymond Green and Joe Harris in the front court, I think is a major win for the Warriors.
I agree. Now, he has to hit on this pick to salvage this trade.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is a deeper draft. If like a Keon Johnson or Isaiah Williams fell this far and was selected here, I wouldn't be as hard on it. But both those guys got taken. I figured this is why I laughed when the Clippers took Ayo Dosunmu at the 25th overall pick, because Ben is a huge Illinois fan. I figured he was trading for this 27th pick so he could take Ayo, and Ayo got taken 2 picks earlier by Leo. So that's why I was laughing when that happened. So I don't know who Ben wants. Is Ben here?
Yeah, he's been messaging me on Discord, so hopefully he's here. Here's the thing. Whether he hits on this pick or not, in my opinion, if he put Wendell Carter Jr. on the open market, he should have gotten a much higher pick than 27.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that would have been the play, is to have an open... This is the problem when you just trade someone out of the blue like this, hoping to get a 27th pick. Because like you said, he could have gotten a higher pick, gotten the guy he really wanted, or someone higher on his draft board. I feel like this is just horrible misuse of assets once again. Started with the 5th pick, and now this one. Just don't like what he's doing with the Magic at all.
Yeah. A lot of people said it wasn't as bad as
Yeah, I mean, that's
they thought it would be based off your reaction. But yeah, I don't know. It's, you might be a little bit higher on Wendell Carter Jr. than Ben and I were.
But he's got value.
Still,
whether you're high on him or not.
It's worth more. It's worth more than Ben gave up for him. Yeah. Absolutely worth more than what Ben gave up for him.
I mean, I got 2 firsts for Isaiah Stewart, and he gets the 27th pick for, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would rather have Wendell Carter Jr. than Isaiah Stewart. So,
also, Wendell Carter Jr. is very underrated defensively, and Paschall is now known as a very negative defender, and kind of lost some of his playmaking stuff that he showed. He could still get that back and be a decent player. I just don't like it at all.
I don't like Paschall, honestly.
Yeah,
to be real with you. Anyway, Ben is up. I messaged him.
I don't. He keeps messaging me about the trade, but he won't make his pick. Do you have his board though?
No. I mean, he just needs to message me if he's on. All he has to do is message me here. Maybe there's a different guy he liked than Io.
All right, I'm gonna keep going with the.
So after this, you'll have Thomas Oransky at 28 with the Spurs. Then you'll have Gabe Von Carter from the Valley Podcast with the 29th pick for the Suns. So he can make his first move of this mock offseason. Obviously, he's been covering the Suns' run to the finals. He can finally do something. Oh, wait.
We did make a trade today, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's...
We'll announce that later.
Gabe, man. Alrighty. Alright, we have Ben's pick at 27. With the 27th overall pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the Orlando Magic select Roko Prkacin from some European country. I forget where. That's who Ben's taking at number 27. Ben has said he's pretty high on him. He's from Croatia. He is the youngest player in this draft. He's younger than Kuminga and whoever the other guy that you said was like the second youngest player in this draft. He is the youngest player in this draft.
Giddey.
Ben has a lot of picks in this year's draft, so maybe this is a stash guy. Not a terrible pick. Just a guy who's like 4 years away probably from being anything, but at this point in the draft, with as many picks as the Magic have, you can kind of take a project player and maybe a stash guy here.
You said Roka's Jokovitis?
No, Roko Prkacin.
Oh.
Not Jokubitis. Does anybody know how to actually say
Roko. Yeah.
I mean, Prkacin. Roko Prkacin. I think I've heard that before.
Precaution. That sounds good.
I don't know.
It's a precautious tale.
Anyway. So, up now at 28 is going to be Thomas Oransky with the San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs got this picked by trading Jakob Poeltl to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yep. Let's see what they get in return for Jakob Poeltl. I thought Poeltl was worth a little bit more than the 28th overall pick. For, I think he's one of the most underrated bigs in the league. So, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, he tried to explain himself. Discord earlier today.
What did he say?
He basically said that between him and Precious, he wanted to get more minutes for development and was trying to clear a hole, but still...
Isn't Precious more of a 4 than a 5, though?
Yeah, I mean, he might have some other things going on, too. Never know.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So Thomas Oransky is up with the 28th overall pick. I've finished all 30 graphics. We're only going through pick 30. The rest of the draft will happen in our Discord. If you want to join our channel's Discord server, there is a link in the description box below. Alrighty. And the pick is in for Thomas Oransky. With the 28th pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Nishan Bones Hyland from VCU.
Bones.
Bones, my guy Bones. That was my nickname in high school, if any of y'all didn't know. So I like this guy because his nickname is Bones. Everybody calls him Bones Hyland. Gives me some Quickly vibes, just kind of the way he plays, Eric.
I can see that.
What'd you say?
I can see that.
Yeah, he had a good draft combine, shot the ball really well, only measured in at 6'2", and he's already pretty skinny though, so he's very undersized for a 2-guard. It might be hard for him to ever be a starting caliber player, but maybe as a scorer off the bench, a Lou Williams type role, I could see him growing into that. It's just kind of an undersized, maybe combo guard, I guess. He's got to improve his his playmaking abilities, his passing abilities, his ball handling abilities at 6'2", though. That is kind of the thing that he needs to work on to truly grow into his potential, so to say.
Yep, I agree with that.
So, next up is Gabe Vaughn Carter. He gets to do the first thing of this mock-off season. Might want to message him on Discord, Eric, if you can.
All right.
I'm going to update the ticker here.
Do you want me to announce the trade that Gabe Vaughn made?
If the other team has already agreed to it.
Yes.
I would love to hear Gabe's reasoning.
I'm about to post it. So, Gabe's Phoenix Suns have traded Mikal Bridges, one of the reasons they are in the finals. They've traded him to the San Antonio Spurs, so Thomas Aransky gets his guy Mikal Bridges once again, and he traded him to the Spurs for Keldon Johnson and Luka Sandwich.
Luka Sandwich.
So
Gabe, if he's I want to know why Gabe did this deal. I'm very surprised at this deal. Has Bridges been struggling lately? Or something. I don't know. I was surprised by this move from Gabe. I mean, I love Mikal Bridges. I didn't even think he would be available. Keldon Johnson is a really solid player. So I don't hate this move. Value-wise, I think it's okay. It's just, do you need a scorer there? I mean, you're coming off, hypothetically, a finals appearance, and you're going to trade a starting member of that core. I don't really know how I feel about
good defender, too. Yeah, he makes their defense go, I think. And, yeah. I'm not as high. I mean, Keldon Johnson's okay, but I feel like you could have gotten a lot more value out of Bridges trading him. I wonder if you got Spurs fan Gary's opinion on this.
I love how Ben Hewitt messaged me back about a potential trade for the 26th pick after he used it.
Rocco is not a projected lottery pick, Ben.
Rocco Prkacin is a projected lotto pick? According to who? What mock draft has him as a lotto pick?
That's what Ben's saying.
Huh. You're going to have to provide a source for that. I mean, you know what? If he ends up being really good 3 years from now, you'll look like a genius, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, getting him at 27 isn't bad. It's just, I haven't seen much in terms of him being higher than that.
I assume Ben's probably watched him more than either of us, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just weird with Ben loving all these international players this year when he was like...
Probably he's against them, huh?
Last year he was like, I'm not even going to scout him. I don't care. Like, I don't want to know anything about him.
Hey, at least he's learned to value international players.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we have Gabe Vaughn Carter's pick. It is in. So, With the 29th overall pick in the 2021 NBA mock offseason draft, the Phoenix Suns select Charles Bassey from Western Kentucky.
Well, they needed a big man, I guess, a backup. So I guess...
A little undersized for a center, but skill-wise, he probably is a center. He shows some flashes of a developing jump shot. He's a good rebounder, finisher around the rim. Not a terrible pick. I mean, at this point, it might be a little bit of a reach for him, but honestly, at this point, you're just kind of identifying need if you're a top caliber team. And Phoenix felt like they needed, another backup big in case Jalen Smith doesn't ever develop into what they saw from him when they selected him last year with the 10th overall pick. So, intriguing pick. Valley Podcast says 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. At the draft combine, he measured 6'9" without shoes, which is what they go by for height. So, I mean, that's, yeah. Honestly, nobody that measured at the draft combine even measured 7 feet, though, to be fair. But yeah, 6'9" and a quarter of an inch. 7'3" wingspan was correct though. Standing reach is 8'11" and a half, so 9 foot standing reach. Mm-hmm. So that's probably a big enough standing reach to play some center. It's a little bit undersized. He is a little bit undersized, but yeah, there it goes. So the 30th pick is going to be Gordy.
This is a man who's been trying to trade this pick all my
He has?
Yeah.
It's not what I've been hearing. Interesting.
He actually was here. I'm not sure if he still is.
He is. He just told me to message him when he's up. I forgot to do so I just messaged him.
Nice.
So, anyway, we will move this draft to our Discord, as I said, if you want to join, link in the description box below. And Gordy's pick is in. This is going to be the last pick of our mock off-season draft. With the 30th pick in the 2021 NBA mock off-season draft, the Utah Jazz select Miles McBride from West Virginia University. Eric, what are your thoughts on the Jazz wrapping up the first round, taking Miles McBride here?
For the Jazz, I guess they're concerned on whether they can re-sign a certain free agent point guard. Kind of fits their style of offense, so not too bad. It's a decent pick.
Yeah,
maybe a little high, but
some people, like I've seen some websites saying, "Oh, he's going to rise to the lottery," and I don't know. It seems like this is one of those guys that has a wide range of opinions on him, a lot like a Trey Mann. So obviously Trey Mann has a little bit more value than him, but these kind of guys, this is a guy who, I don't know, you don't really know much about. Like I've watched him. He's a guy that's a little bit streaky. He can play defense. He can defend. He's kind of a hard-nosed player. And when he has it going offensively, looks good. Let me see if I can pull up his stats here. I'm kind of curious. I should have had stats for all prospects here, but obviously I'm running a bunch of different things while also trying to get my feedback. Let's see. He averaged uh, 16 points per game, 5 assists, so he's a playmaker. Shot 41% from 3 last year, so just as kind of a little bit of a 3-and-D guy who can play make at the point guard position, play make a little bit. It's a guy with some upside, I think. So a solid pick at this point in the draft.
Not bad at all.
So, as far as players remaining on the board, you still have Sharif Cooper, Cameron Thomas, Josh Christopher, Philip Petrusev, Day'Ron Sharp, Joel Ayayi, Daishen Nix, Greg Brown, BJ Boston, Marcus Bagley, Herb Jones, Josh Primo, Quentin Grimes, Neemias Queta, however you say his name, Queta, something like that. You still got some talent here in the second round. This is a loaded second round this year's draft, so definitely some value still to be had. The rest of this draft will take place over the next couple of days in our Discord server. Shervin, if you're watching this, you're up next. You can submit your pick at any time. Just message me on the Discord. We will put these 30 picks in the Discord thread of selected draft picks, and that's where we will announce draft picks. Basically, we'll just post them in the draft selections tab. So yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching. It's been fun.
You had Valley Podcast. You had Gabe said Mikhail's been worthless in the playoffs. He's been terrible and scared during the Suns' biggest success.
Still could have gotten more for him.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in this mock draft that love Mikal Bridges. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, had I not been able to pull off the CJ trade for Siakam, if I knew Mikal Bridges was available, I would have maybe been willing. Maybe would have wanted an asset back, the 29th pick or something else. But like Mikal Bridges, I think would be a great forward for the Blazers. Just a guy that can shoot the three and defend at that level. That's kind of the type of guy that the Blazers need. Shot almost 43% from three this year, 54% from the field, averaged 13.5 points per game. Per 36, that's 15 points per game, and is one of the best defenders in the league. 67 true shooting percentage on the regular season this year. He has shot in this year's playoffs 47% from the field, 35% from three, only 10.8 points per game. So a little bit of a decline there, but not much, not notable enough in my opinion. But Keldon Johnson is a solid player. So you think Keldon Johnson is going to pop? I understand that logic. Keldon Johnson this past season was a little bit better offensive player, just nowhere near the defender that Mikal Bridges is. Keldon Johnson shot 48% from three, 48% from the field, 33% from three, 13 points per game. So a similar offensive player, maybe actually a little bit worse now that I look at the stats, but a little bit younger. He's still only 21 years old. I'm gonna be interested to see what what Evan and Salty think of that game. I'm curious. So I like that you pulled off a move, though, man. Welcome to the mock off season. So yeah,
putting in work. Anyway,
post your winners of this mock, this first round of this mock draft in the comment section. I'm curious to see what you said. Yeah, Gordon messaged me. He said Miles, and I was like, Miles who? And he said he almost said Morales. They hate Mikal too. This sounds like when you guys were hating on Ayton, man. I love Mikal, and the thing is, Mikal loves Dame, so I would love Mikal as a Blazer.
How would you hate anyone that's helped you get to the finals?
I don't know, man.
That just seems weird.
Know. Starter, defensive player, yeah, I don't know. That's strange to me, but I mean, hey, you guys watch him, every day, so. I'm not going to tell you guys you're wrong to hate him or anything like that. Just seems like the type of player I would love. The type of 3-and-D, young, very cheap, by the way, too.
Yeah. Trevin's right. If this mock was like earlier in the season, they would have traded Ayton for a ham sandwich or something.
I know.
When the first time we had a show with them, they were saying that like CJ for Booker would be a fair trade. Remember that?
Yeah. I mean, against Denver, he averaged 16 points per game, shooting 54% from the field. So that seems like a pretty good series to me. I don't know. But of course it's Denver, so does that even count? Anyway. Intriguing trade there from Valley Podcast. We're going to wrap things up. Anything, like, you got anything left to say? I feel like this is almost like
nope,
anticlimactic.
Yeah. Just, I guess we'll update the picks as they happen in Discord in the selections page after I get them all caught up to 30. And then from there, we'll tag who's ever next and also maybe message them. And then we'll just edit it as the pick is made.
Yeah, we should tag them in the general discussion tab so we don't, like, bog down the draft selections tab.
But I could tag the person's pick and then just edit it when it's selected.
Oh, yeah, you could do that, too. You're right. Do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The draft prospects list is updated once I move Charles Bassey to selected. So everybody there has yet to be selected. If you want to select a player that's not on that list, just ask me if they're draft eligible. Don't troll and say you want to draft Donovan McNabb or something. You know.
Donovan McNabb.
I don't know. You know, they make it like a guy who is actually a basketball player and maybe in the draft, you know. Might be in the draft, so to say.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, that's going to wrap things up. Thank you for tuning in to the first round of our mock off-season draft. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will be live again on Monday to recap the rest of the draft. Hopefully you have a good weekend and a good 4th of July. Don't be lighting off fireworks. We don't want any wildfires. So, you know, don't set the planet on fire. That's a good bit of advice going into this weekend, but hopefully you enjoy it otherwise. I'm looking forward to my 4th of July. Yeah, anything left for the outro, Eric?
No, we'll just once again thank everyone for tuning in, and those of you who made your picks in a speedy process to help this move along, and have a good weekend, everyone.
Yep. Anyway, we'll see you later. Have a good rest of your night and a good 4th of July. Until next time, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.